Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to Minutes with Misa. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I am live, just starting, trying to get started anyway. Live is so unpredictable; you never know what's gonna happen. But anyway, so yes, welcome to Minutes with Misa. Anyway, so how you guys doing this Sunday? I hope you are doing great. Feel free to let me know who you are if you come in. Whenever you come in, say hey. I appreciate it. Okay, anyway, this. Anyway, so yes. So welcome. Anyway, so first and foremost, this is like my second live, so I'm hoping everything just goes great. There's no issue, no problems, or whatever. Hopefully, I'm being optimistic. But anyway, you never know what can happen. Anyway, so I just want to say thank you for taking time to watch. Thank you for my recent subscribers. Welcome to the family. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you. Anyway, before I get started, I want to remind you guys I have the giveaway. Yes, the essential oil giveaway. Yes. So if you're interested, make sure you comment and let me know that you're interested. That we're getting with the essential oils. So you have until the 23rd of this month to enter because I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna pronounce the winner on the 24th. So yeah, so if you're interested in the giveaway, if you're interested in these oils, just let me know. So anyway, so how you guys doing with the quarantine? Are y'all still in quarantine? Here in Georgia, our governor decided to open up. I mean, but just like we say, just because he said we're doing a slow opening doesn't mean that you can go out if you don't want to. You can still stay in until you think that it's safe. But I personally don't agree with the situation, but a lot of us don't agree with the situation. But you know, anyway, so today I'm going to complete my series. We're talking about relationships and differences in relationships. And today we're going to be talking about politics. As politics, we know the election season is coming up soon. So I just figured this would be the perfect time to discuss politics. Well, I don't personally like discussing politics, but this is personally is going to be about people who are dating or married to someone who has a different political view from their own. And sometimes it can cause problems and sometimes it doesn't. So I just want to hear from you, those of you who are watching. Do you think it really matters a person's political belief? I mean, like, are you married to someone or dating someone that had a different political view than yours? I mean, so I want to hear from you guys. You guys tell me, I want to hear your opinion. Do you think it matters? Have there been any issues in case you are married to or dating someone who had a different political view than yours? I want to hear from you, and you let me know. Because, like I said, the election's coming up, and I know that a lot of times it can cause issues, it can cause problems. I'm telling you guys a little bit about that, about my personal experience. I have seen people get ugly, I mean, vicious around election time. I have seen people who normally get along and like each other start fighting. I have seen that. I have experienced it. I've seen it. I have to say, the last presidential election, it was so ugly. I mean, it was ugly. I remember being on Twitter, and I had like a lot of different followers on Twitter, and I just watched the timeline, and I've seen like for the election season, everyone was like all nice and sweet and kind and loving, especially those who said they were Christians. They were like really sweet and kind, friendly. But around the election time, oh my gosh, it was like the claws came out. I mean, it was ugly. I mean, it's like I didn't recognize these people anymore. They became like someone totally different. Totally, totally different. I mean, they were just brutal, just brutal. I mean, you had like those people who just, we had like Trump supporters and Hillary had her support, and they were just going at it. Like I said, some of these people who say that they were Christians and all that, they weren't very Christ-like during this time. I have to tell you, they really weren't. It was like, wow, it got ugly. It got ugly. I was just looking at my timeline, looking at the things that these people were just saying. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible. There are a lot of people who are so passionate about, when it comes to politics, when it comes to the person that they want to vote for. They are really passionate about that. They are. I personally, I'm not really into politics like that. I don't really like to discuss it, because I think it seems like there seems to be a division a lot of times, and I've seen it like Republican, Democrat, whatever. It's like it divides people. It really does. I mean, people can get along fine until they start talking about politics, like, what is your party? And when they find out whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it's like, it's like, okay, you can see the division. So I just think it's crazy. I mean, I really do. I don't understand why you're going to let politics, something like that, ruin a relationship or ruin a friendship. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, like I said, as you guys come on, I want to hear from you. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Anyway, so yeah, so like I said, for me personally, I don't really care that much about discussing it, because it's like, to me, it's like it's best to agree to disagree. I mean, to me, it's like all the politicians, they're pretty much going to say whatever they need to say to get into office, no matter who they are. But yeah, so anyway, so when I was doing some research, and I was looking to see like who was married to someone of a different political belief. And it says pretty much, I think it's like 30%, 30% of married couples, they married to someone who had a different political belief than their own. So that lets me know it's like only 30%. So it lets me know that most of the time that when people get married, they're marrying someone who has the same belief as their own. So it lets me know that it's important to them. But what really got me, and it was like, I read the story about this woman, and you can look it up and see if her name is Gail McCormick. Maybe you have heard of her. But she and her husband actually got a divorce. They had been married for 22 years. And she's like 70 something years old. She's in her 70s. She's been married for like 22 years. And when her husband told her that he was going to vote for Donald Trump, they ended up getting a divorce. And basically, this was like the last presidential election. He didn't actually vote for Trump. He changed his mind, ended up voting for someone else. But by that time, it was too late. The damage was already done to the relationship. It was already done, and they ended up getting a divorce. And I was like, to me, that's crazy. They were married for 22 years and they had this big argument, big fights, because he decided that he was going to vote for someone that she was like totally against. I mean, I just thought that, I was like, that's terrible. I mean, you're going to let this decision of who you're going to vote for break up your marriage. 22 years, that's crazy. I mean, I know that people are passionate about, like I said, their political beliefs and all that, but not worth getting a divorce over. I mean, but yeah, they got divorced after being married for 22 years because he decided that he was going to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, I do not understand that. I do not understand that. I think, like I said, you have to pick your battles. You have to decide what's more important, your relationship, your marriage. or politics. You have to decide that. I mean, we're not going to always agree. We're not going to always agree, but we cannot let that get in the way of our friendships. We can't not let that get in the way of our relationship. It just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. But yeah, married for 22 years, and they started arguing. Like, she did not understand why he would vote the way that he said he was going to vote. She just didn't get it. And so it just got into like ugly fights about it, and they just became divided over that. But so yeah, I mean, it's like I said, you have to agree to disagree. At the end of the day, it all comes down to respecting the other person's decision. I mean, like, if you're married, like, personally for me, like I said, I'm to be honest, if I'm gonna get married, I don't think I want to marry someone that's like really, really, really passionate about their political beliefs. I really don't. I mean, especially if it's different from mine. I don't, because especially if they keep bringing it up. Because I don't like arguments. I always try to avoid it or whatever. And so if I came across someone who was like really, really passionate about whomever, let's just say if they were like Republican, I was Democrat, whatever, they were like really, really passionate about this person. They wanted to vote for the person that I really didn't agree with and didn't like. I can understand. I might have a problem with it. I'd be like, you know what? Listen, I don't really like politics or care about politics. And I don't necessarily agree with this person that you said you're going to vote for, but you have the right to vote for whomever you want to vote for. It doesn't have anything to do with me. So, it's like, that's what I would just have to be honest. Like, you know what? Don't. And I think that people should respect each other enough to be like, okay, if you're married to someone, it's like, I don't want to hear, about, you have to respect the person to not keep talking about election and politics. You should respect them enough and love them enough to not push the buttons. I mean, that's what I believe. I mean, that's what I think. You have to have a mutual respect. You have to have a mutual understanding. You have to just be patient. Not only that, whenever the disagreements come up, you're like married to someone who has that different political belief than yours. Maybe you should just take the time to just listen to each other. It's like, okay, tell me why are you voting for this person? You know, and just listen. Don't interrupt them. Just let them say. Just get the feeling like this is why I voted for them. This is what I think, and vice versa. When they say what they have to say, then you go in and say, well, this is why I don't agree with this, or this is why I don't want to vote for this person. And just listen to each other, listen and hear what the other person has to say. I mean, you have to like try to see it from the other person's point of view. This is how I feel about this, and you who knows, you can guys be like, okay, I get it now. So you have some understanding there, but you have to listen to each other. It can't be like they come in and say, I'm gonna vote for this person, and you're just like so outraged, be like, oh my gosh, how can you do that? And you just don't want to hear or just want to understand it because you despise that person that much. The person that's running, you despise them so much, you just cannot comprehend the fact that this person will actually vote for them. Because there are some people who actually feel that because they are married that they should have, that you should agree with them. I know of this couple. I'm not gonna say who they are. I'm not gonna call their names. Where the husband felt like his wife should agree with him no matter what, because he had these ideas and these beliefs, and she didn't agree with him. And he would get mad and be like, you're my wife, and you're supposed to go along with what I say. You're supposed to, especially out in public, you know. And she was like, oh no, I'm my own person. I have my own opinion. But yeah, it got ugly with them to the fact where they ended up separating for like a long time because of it. I mean, eventually, I think he realized that it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the marriage. So he did, many years later, they did get back together, but They're just those people who feel like, well, you should just agree with me. If I'm gonna vote for this person, you should vote for this person too. But no, it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. We are all entitled to our own opinion. So yes, so I also suggested that if you are married to someone who has a different political belief than yours, then if it starts to get really, really ugly, that you might have to go talk to some counselors. It's okay to bring in someone else and talk to them and be like, okay, this is the situation. I mean, if you feel like your relationship was saving, if you don't want to deal with all the tension that's going on in a relationship, you might just have to go and talk to someone. Yes, but like I said, you just be respectful, just be loving, just be kind. You cannot, like I said, don't let an election, ruin your relationship or ruin your marriage. It's an election. Even if that person, like I said, they vote for someone that you just cannot stand whatsoever. You cannot stand that person, and you just don't get, well, why would you vote for someone like that? Just don't try to understand that they have their reasons why they want to do it. Just don't let it interfere with your marriage. Like I said, it's not even worth it. You have to ask yourself, is this even worth it? Is this worth it? Is this election, is this worth my relationship? Is this worth, us fighting and not getting along? Because it's really not. It's really not. And if you know that person that's your wife, husband or wife, doesn't like the person, especially if like the person wins, that the person that you voted for wins, and don't just like throw it in your spouse's face like, ha, my guy won or my girl, my lady won, you and yours didn't. Don't do that. That is not love. That's not love at all. It's like, why would you want to push that person's button? You claim you love them. Why you want to push their buttons? It's not something that you want to do. That just makes you look bad. It says there's something seriously wrong with you if you do that. So yeah, so like I said, election time is coming up. And I know that, so if you're with someone, even with friendship, and they do not, and you're like, if they're not in the same political party as you are, or, don't let it get heated. Just be like, you know what, we're not going to argue or fight about this. Don't let it interfere with your friendship or your relationship. Like I said, I've seen it. I've seen people like really go at it. Like the last presidential election, they really went at it. It was just ugly. I was really surprised at some of the things that some of these people were saying. It was like, man, before the election, I mean, these people were like all nice and sweet and kind, but then the closer it got, it was like the claws came out, and it was like, wow, I don't even recognize you anymore. It's like, what happened to that loving kind person you used to be? Like, but yeah, it's like, especially those people who are like really, really passionate about their party. And another thing that gets me is a lot of people are really loyal to their party too. They are extremely loyal. I mean, it's like no matter what. Um, I'm trying to say this without getting political, but not getting too political. But like, for instance, I just said like this. Okay, so there's some people out there, like if you have like a Republican candidate, and there are those people who are so loyal, even though they might not agree with the person in their party, they will still vote for them. They'll be like, well, you know what? I don't like the person. I don't agree with them. I think they're mean. I think they're nasty. But I'm going to vote for them anyway because I'm loyal to my party. I never understood that. It's like, you're going to be loyal to your party and vote for someone that you don't like and don't agree with, but you're going to vote for this Republican because you're a Republican, and you're going to vote for this Democrat because you're a Democrat, even though you don't believe in their policy or don't agree with their policy. Yeah, I don't get that. But there are those people who are like really, really passionate and loyal to their party. So I don't understand that at all. My thing is this: if I'm a Democrat and the person that is running, if they are like, if I don't stand behind them and I don't like what they're saying, and I don't believe they're the right person for the job, I'm not gonna vote for them. I'm not that loyal. I'm not loyal to a party. I'm loyal to what's right and what's wrong. You know, if they're wrong, I'm not gonna vote for them. But but people do. They're loyal to their parties. Like I said, no matter what that person says or does, they're gonna support them no matter what, even when they don't agree with them. You know, but yes, politics. Like I said, I don't get it. But anyway, so yeah, so the interesting thing is that when I was looking at people who are single, who are not married, now this, like I said, this just lets me know that for some people, the political beliefs are extremely important to them. But when I was looking at the numbers, and they would like did a survey of singles, it says 9 out of 10 singles who they surveyed felt strongly about their political party. They felt strongly about it, and they did not wasn't really interested in dating somebody that didn't have the same political view as they did. 9 out of 10, that's high. 9 out of 10 singles. I mean, that is really, really high. And it's like, even if you were to go and look on their profile page, the dating page, a lot of them would say, hey, I'm a Democrat seeking, another Democrat or Republican seeking no Republican. But 9 out of 10, they are like interested to know what your political views are before they date you. They want to make sure that you are on the same, that you both are in agreement. And I just think that's like amazing. Like, wow. So politics are obviously very important to a lot of people these days. I mean, right now, if we be honest, we can see that this country is so divided right now. It's like really, really divided. And it's it's unfortunate that we are this divided. I mean, we really are. It's like, and I really don't understand that. I mean, I get we're not gonna always agree, but like I said, we have to learn to agree to disagree. We have to learn to respect the other person's decision. We might not like it, but we have to respect it. But yes, it says so. 9 out of 10, that is high. And so but just imagine that though. I can understand it like, what if, like, if you're pro-choice, you want to date someone that's pro-life. If you're all about gun control, you want to date someone that's a member of the NRA. So yeah, so those are some things that really matters to a lot of people. I mean, how would that work out anyway? Like, let's say, I mean, like dating. Yeah, before you get married. I mean, if you're not married, yeah, I can get once you're married, you'll have to work it out. But if you feel that strongly about it, then maybe you should not date someone that is that different from you. If your politics and what you believe is that important, because if you are fighting before you get married, and once you get married, it's just gonna be worse. So you need to just keep that in mind. So if you're dating someone and your beliefs are different, you have to decide, okay, do I still want to marry them? Hopefully, I hope you do. I hope that you're not gonna let, like I said, politics ruin your relationship. I hope you're not. Like I said, you have to choose your battles. You really do. You have to decide, is it really that important? I mean, is your political belief that much more important than the person that you care about, the person that you say you love, the person that you're interested in dating? I mean, is it really that important? I mean, that's just something that you have to decide. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't know. But like I said, my opinion is if you really love them, you really care about them, you just have to have that talk and be like, look, I'm not into politics. This is me. If I'm not into politics, I'm like discuss politics. I think politics a lot of times can cause division, and so just have to be honest and straightforward. You have to decide, did you really want to, especially in data stage, you really want to be with someone who had a different political belief than yours, because it can be like you really care about that person, you're really attracted to that person, but that person is supporting someone that you absolutely cannot stand. You just have to sit down and just talk about it and be like, and decide that if you're willing to still go along with the relationship and see what that person is about. Like I said, that's just my opinion. I mean, like whenever you watch this, whenever you I want to hear from some of you whenever you decide to watch this, whatever, or know whether or not you're married, dating, or engaged to someone who had a different political belief than yours, and like had to cause problems in the past. Yeah, because I just like I said, the election time is coming up again, and so like I said, I've seen how ugly it can get with people. How it has like, I still can't get over the fact like this person was like married for 22 years and they got a divorce because he said that he was going to vote for Trump. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like I said, I can't imagine. I mean, if you truly love someone, care about someone, you're going to let something like that, interfere with your relationship. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You have to leave the fighting to the politicians because they do fight. They mudslinging, they dig up dirt on each other. Leave that to them. Leave that. It doesn't belong in your relationship. It doesn't belong in your marriage. Leave that to them. It's like all that fighting, all that bickering. It's not even necessary. But yes, I see it even on Facebook from time to time. Like I haven't always been on Facebook. I've been on there not even a whole year. But recently, I think it was like around the impeachment trial of Donald Trump, where I've seen people just be like really, really nasty and say things, and it's like, wow, this is ridiculous. I mean, Democrat, Republican, it does not matter. I mean, to me, that does not matter. It really doesn't. You have to try to find a way to get along. You cannot let that mess up your friendships and your relationship because you have the different political beliefs. We're not gonna always agree with each other. But we do have to respect each other and respect each other's belief and decision. I mean, as I said, that's why I really don't always like discussing politics all that much, because like I said, it can cause division. A lot of times people get along till they find out what political party that you're in, and that's crazy. That is so crazy. I don't get it. But like I said, some people are like really, really passionate about their political beliefs. I mean, they are. I mean, they get fired up about it, like really fired up. Me not so much. I don't really care about it like that. I mean, I do care about what happens in the country, but I think because of my Christian belief, I don't get that worked up over, because I know like what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Especially when I read the Bible, I already know how things are gonna happen. I know how things are gonna turn out. I know what's gonna happen in the last days. So, regardless of who's gonna end up in office. So, but I don't know. I don't understand the people who get that worked up and want to fight and that crazy over a politician. Like I said, almost all of them have their own dirt, and they're gonna say whatever they need to say to get into office. But anyway, so just my opinion. But anyway, so yes, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you found this interesting at all, find this subject interesting at all, like I said, we have this is election time. The election, another election getting ready to come up. And so like whatever your political belief is, just hey, like I said, I don't really like to get into whether or not I'm a Democrat or Republican because, like I said, a lot of times it causes division. You know, sometimes I'm like, well, I'm just independent. It's like, but anyway, so thank you so very much for taking time to join me on this live. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think about dating someone or being married to someone who had a different political belief than yours. If you're a Democrat, would you date a Republican and all that? Yes, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say about that. I think it's very interesting. But like I said, don't let your beliefs interfere with your relationship. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. It's not. Leave the fighting and the bickering to the politicians. Anyway, so you guys be kind to each other. Thank you again for taking time to watch. I really do appreciate it. And for those of you who may watch the replay, like I said, feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget about the giveaway. Yes, the giveaway. Like I said, I'm going to do the drawing on the 24th of this month. Anyway, so I hope you guys have an amazing day. Continue to look out for each other. Continue to be safe out there. The virus is still out there. It's still out there. A lot of people are still dying. So, yeah, so take care of yourself. Love you all so very much. God bless you. Take care. Goodbye.